Hi, Ottawa, and thanks for joining us. This is TPL Local Ottawa. Are you a country music fan? You've come to the right place. Today, we are talking with Joel Stewart about what's happening live in country music across the country. Joel, thanks, man. I appreciate this.
Always a pleasure, and always a pleasure to talk about country music and all those sorts of things. It is summer, which means it's festival season, Mike.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We take advantage of this as Canadians, I think. It's the one time of the year where you really get to do your music.
Well, you know, and it is a lot of the festivals, especially in Western Canada, are part of the calendar of the people who attend the festivals.
Right.
You know, when I was at CMT, we used to cover the Craven Country Jamboree every year. And it didn't matter if there was a rider game on, people would still come to the festival. It's now called Country Thunder, and it's a beautiful setting. But the people who go there, that is what they plan for all year. And it's a shame they don't remember anything after Friday night.
I think that there's a good reason for that, and I think it's a part of the fun as well.
Yes.
Who are we going to see this summer that might be some of the highlights?
I think on some of on the Country Thunder routing, which is there's a Country Thunder in Winnipeg, there's a Country Thunder in Saskatchewan, there's a Country Thunder in Calgary. Some of the names change, but one of the bigger draws is Lainey Wilson, who a great singer, but she's also known from the TV show Yellowstone and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And she recently married a fella who was a former backup quarterback for the Ottawa Rough Riders, or the Ottawa Red Blacks.
No, really.
All roads lead to the CFL.
Isn't that something?
Anyway,
yeah, in your world they do, don't they?
Yes, they really do.
Super fan.
Lainey Wilson will be the big draw. And then there's all kinds of other. I think Motley Crue is at Country Thunder in Winnipeg, and I think they call it Rockin' Thunder or something. They changed the night or something like that. But I think people should just find Country Thunder in your neighborhood. There's one in Calgary. There's one in Saskatchewan. There's one in Winnipeg. Those are kind of the big ones. July 1st is usually the Dauphin Fest in Manitoba as well, which is usually an all-Canadian lineup. Well, sometimes it's all-Canadian. Canada Day is all-Canadian usually.
Yeah.
But I've seen some big acts there as well. So depending on where you want to go and what you want to do and how you want to do it, because you can do the whole VIP thing, or you can just go camp and drink and listen to the music and do all that stuff too. Not necessarily, you don't have to drink.
No, you don't have to, but you get a free campsite if you do. I made that up.
Yeah.
Some of the Canadian acts right now that people should be looking for across the country. And in fact, it's pretty wild because if you look at the charts here in Canada, and obviously it's a little skewed because we're more familiar. There's some dominance going on in the last year on the country charts with Canadians.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I think, you know, it used to be like the Americans would have the top 10 songs, and maybe a Canadian would have a song in the top 15 or something like that. Now you're seeing the Canadian artists on Canadian radio hitting top 5, hitting number 1, including the Americans. And that's just a great thing to see in terms of who's touring this summer. You know, Dallas Smith is, well, I know him. He was in the movie I directed, Souls Road, but also he's the biggest star, the biggest male star in Canadian country music.
He really does maintain a grasp on his fan base here in Canada in a big way. It's funny because of the film premiere for Souls Road. I mean, he was a popular guy on the streets, man.
Oh, man.
Just standing there for a few moments. It didn't take long to get a crowd of fans that were dedicated.
Yeah, we're in Dallas's orbit, and he puts on a great show and all that kind of stuff. And then I think in the fall he's touring his Default, his old band as well. But I think try and catch some of Dallas's summer shows because, gosh, Dallas has 18 number ones or something, and you're going to hear them all. It's a great show because everyone knows the words to every song, and it's kind of a magical thing, which is what community is supposed to be about, right? It's the thing we didn't have during the pandemic. We didn't have that ability to share our love of something with a total stranger.
You know, and I think people are just now, maybe I'm wrong about this, and maybe you're finding this in your own life, people are now just getting back to being out and taking live, so many years post-COVID, but still people are adapting to the idea, okay, we're going to go out and be around a lot of people. Promise you, if you go to one of these festivals, it will be the highlight of your summer.
Yes.
There's no two ways. Yeah.
That's why they plan it every year. That's what are we doing again next year? We're doing the exact same thing with the exact same people. And man, that is not stale. That is not lame. It's awesome, actually.
One of the other venues that you and I kind of touched on when we were chatting before this is Stampede, which has an amazing lineup of acts every year.
you know, the Nashville North tent that they have every year, which is usually 1 or 2 bands every night, and you got to get there a little early and you got to get in there. But every different night of the week, they will have a superstar from our country, usually Canadian, some baby American acts too, but you will know the songs from the radio. You will enjoy that environment. And that is the heart of cowboy country, of course, as everyone knows. And I know you're a Toronto guy talking about his heart. I lived there for 15 years.
It's okay, Joel. No, we believe you. You're legit. CMT and all that.
Contains comments which may be triggering. But it is the Stampede, and country music is the soundtrack of the Stampede, and they do an incredible job of programming that, and they spend a lot of money programming. They are a good gig to get.
Take a look. I would recommend this. Take a look for our country music lineup, which will be posted in a video in the next couple of days. And we'll give you sort of the lineup of what's happening on the West Coast. And you might want to do a little bit of travel and catch some of these festivals and some of these artists. So we'll make them available for you. Joel Stewart, thank you so much.
Hey, my great pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Looking for reliable and convenient personal safety products? Less Lethal has you covered. As Canada's only authorized Byrna distributor, we provide a range of products for recreation, protection, and security. Explore our Byrna launcher lineup, including the LE, SD, TCR, and Mission 4, designed for different levels of performance and protection needs. We also offer the Banshee personal safety alarm, designed to protect children, women, and vulnerable individuals. Because your safety is our top priority. Shop now at lesslethal.ca.